Good evening and welcome back to the Shadow Realm. Today we are still playing Duskbound. I apologise for the abrupt ending of the last video. I accidentally caught the stop button on my recording and so I I have no one way of doing that. I can't pause, and so I accidentally hit stop and ended the recording, so we'll have to do a part 2 and carry on. So let's see what happens. Just please consider it, for the both of us. I'll leave you be for now. Besides, I need to finish what I started. Finish what he started? You wouldn't hurt me, would you? Oh, he looks so disgusted and sad. I'm sorry that it has come to this, chaining you to this room. But I promise I would never treat you badly. I need you. Please, make yourself at home. This room is yours to do with as you please. As he starts to walk away again, I follow him for as far as my chain allows. Why am I doing this? Why do I yearn for him? I thought I was scared, but I don't know what to think anymore. Logic seeps through my fingers as my heart bounds after him. Standing in the doorframe, he turns around. For you to approach me this time, the fates have aligned, I'm sure, and for that I am grateful. Thank you, my dear pale one. Suffocating loneliness envelops the dreary room once more. I make my way back to the meticulously made bed and slump down. Could I have known this could happen? What am I going to do? What can I do? The screams I heard in the distance grow louder and louder until they eventually stop, leaving in their wake a deafening silence more oppressive than their noise ever was. Good morning, my dear pale one. Will you offer me your blood today? Refuse, ask what happens if you say no. Okay, let's do a quick savey save. Refuse. Very well then. I will see you again tomorrow. I think we're just going to keep refusing, see how far this goes. Hope you slept well. Will you offer my blood today? Refuse. Tomorrow awaits us then. How far can we do this? The days pass by quietly. As promised, he does not treat me badly. There is food to eat, and he even brings me books to read. Every day, like clockwork, he asks me for my blood, and every day I refuse. We have an amicable conversation some days, but I no longer care to learn anything about him. How wrong I was to assume so many things about him from seeing his smiling face in the crowd. All I want is to leave this place. That empty life I wanted to escape has become my dearest dream. I wonder if my sister misses me. It must be hard running the workshop all by herself. I even miss the mending of the same workman's clothes. Who would have ever imagined that? If only I'd told someone about my plan to meet him, then maybe I wouldn't have ended up in this situation. Have you finished your breakfast? I have. It was delicious. Thank you so much. I have slowly crafted my cordial facade. I think I'm pretty convincing. I'm glad to hear that. Now, you know what I will ask, don't you? Although I have enjoyed our peaceful days, I'm not sure how much longer I can endure. What do you mean? Your blood, pale one. I am ravenous, and your innocent smile only beckons me closer. Let me in, won't you? I'll make sure it won't hurt. In fact, I think it might make you feel good. Will it really? Oh, he got closer. Hello. As I stare at him with an unsure expression, he slowly inches towards me. These are the circumstances I have been waiting for. This is my only chance. I know where he keeps the key. I've seen it. He pulls me into his arms and I no longer resist. Calm down. Breathe. Wait until the very last moment. I shake my sleeve and catch the breakfast knife in my hand, and without hesitation I drive it into his neck. His eyes turn wide and he parts his lips in shock. Then he looks at me with downcast eyes and frowns. No. So this is how it will end this time. His grip on me loosens and I push him off of me. He falls with a thud, blood pouring from his mouth. I've done it, Oh, heartbeat again. I look at the blood on my hands. The splatters across my chest. I killed him. It all went by too fast. I feel sick. I hold onto a nearby bedpost to hold myself up. I killed him. My heart is beating in my eardrums. I cannot believe it worked. I expected more resistance, but it seems he's resigned to his fate. Somehow I choke up, struggling to breathe. No. Why am I feeling this pity? He's chained me here against my will. He deserves no pity. I have to get out. I cannot breathe in here. With trembling hands, I scramble for the key in his breast pocket and storm out of his mansion without looking back. As I go to sleep that night, I dream of him. There he is, staring at me with desolate eyes, not saying a word. He doesn't have to. My guilt festers under his watchful gaze all the same. For nights after that, I can't escape his haunting face. I'd wake up in a cold sweat, wondering if I had done the right thing. Other nights, when the fate feels kind, I dream of being in his arms. We discuss a book I recently read, or what we should have for lunch tomorrow. As I wake up from my dreams of what could have been, I find tears streaming down my face. Whether dreams or nightmare, they eventually start to bleed into my waking life. The lines blur as if to say this cannot end here. And somewhere I know, this has not ended here. Ending 4, perpetuate the cycle. Okay. We don't have any of the CGs yet, that's a shame. Let's ask what will happen if you say no. I'm just going to take a quick sip first. Okay. If I refuse, will you take more innocent people's lives only to prolong your own? You misunderstand. They're not people. Surely you have realized it by now. Here, where darkness reigns and emptiness echoes, we are the only survivors. They're lost to the cycle, Pale One. They trudge on, possessed by something akin to instinct, but there's no soul left within. I find myself at a loss of words. I cannot deny that I have thought the same thing he has, but it isn't right to reduce humans to nothing so easily. How can we know what goes on in their minds? How can you be so sure? Is it not mere arrogance to put yourself above everyone else like that? I am entirely certain. Pale One, if we have walked through the same streets, come across the same husks, then we both bear witness to that fact. But it's just like you to still think of them as humans, as beings that still have hopes and dreams. I'm glad to see you still have that infectious optimism. It warms my heart. Good morning, dear Pale One. I hope you have slept well. Will you offer me your blood today? Let's just do a little save. Little savey save. Just in case. And we'll ask why. Let's just keep asking, because I think if we refuse, it'll put us back on the same path. I would tell you the answer, but you would not believe me. You never do. Promise to believe him. Then I promise to believe you. That's not an easy promise to keep. Tell me, Pale One, would you want to save this city if you could? To put an end to the eternal night? If we could bring things back to how they were, then surely that would be better. But they've tried so many things. It's nigh impossible to solve a problem if you don't know the cause. Oh, he's got wild look again. I'm taken aback as he laughs almost mockingly, as though there is no amusement in his eyes. You know the cause? Yes, the cause. Of course I would know it, because I am the cause. This is my dreadful curse, Pale One. It's only saving grace the way it binds me to you. He glances out the window towards the red moon. You did promise to believe me this time. Please, help me understand you. Help me understand this curse. He closes his eyes and takes a moment to think of what to say, then looks at me with conviction. The flow of time is distorted in this place, which is why we cannot leave. We live in a pocket of the world governed by its own laws. Okay. Time folds and loops in on itself over and over and over again. It's not something the human mind was made to bear. Okay, so it is a Groundhog Day situation. It's not reincarnation, it's a time loop. With every passing recurrence, another loses their identity completely. I am the only one who is forced to remember it all, not allowed the luxury of forgetting. I am but a prisoner of my own memories. What he's saying is hard to swallow. It's a lot. I don't know how any of it could make sense, but I am determined to keep my promise. I've seen what he describes. No one is themselves anymore. Perhaps they're nothing more than husks after all. So you've lived through all of this only to see the world move further and further from its proper state. He gives a curt nod. I would like to believe that things do get better, that this city will be saved one day, but that hope is becoming increasingly difficult to hold on to. The more I ponder it, the more it feels like a lost cause. I mean, what is the point of dousing a house that has already turned to ash? Even if we were to lift this curse, what is left to rise from its shadow? But you're the only constant. Your pure soul is enough to withstand the weight of time piling up. His soft smile takes on a different meaning to me now. He must have lived in the loneliest of worlds. If all he lives through isn't real to anyone else, then how would anyone else feel real to him? I've tried to approach you countless times, but somehow we have fated to end each other. Then time rearranges without a care, and I am the only one who remembers what we've been through. In recent cycles I have kept my distance, for it hurts more to be with you than to simply watch from afar. That way, I thought, I could be content seeing you about your day, seeing you alive and untainted by my deeds. And me, I'm nothing but a shadow of the man I once was. I too have lost myself, though not like the others. Their fate might be merciful compared to mine. This fiendish lust for blood has only intensified. It makes me ashamed of myself. I grasp his shaking hand in mine, overcome with a desire to ease his suffering. Who would ever make up such a story as this? Why only tell me now? I am holding on to my promise in the deep recesses of my heart, and that means discarding any doubt. Have you told me all of this many times before? It must not be easy to stay kind and patient when all your actions are brought to naught time and again, and no one else remembered any of it the next day. I have tried to tell you many a time, but without the right lead-up, it is doomed to fail. You might run from me, or retaliate in violence. Sometimes you make fun of me, other times you grow frightened. I've seen almost every face you can make. Hang on. Excuse me. But this kind of occurrence is rare. You look at me with kindness, is in many ways my greatest relief. But it's not new. It has happened before, a handful of times. Those loops are the most painful. I grow attached to you only to lose you. That fated loss has not been overturned. So this time too, I'll resist the temptation to hope. My fingers trace the lines on his palm as he speaks. He does not stir, so he must not mind it. All I can do is listen in awe and hope my warmth reaches him. But I am being unfair. I'm only manipulating you by telling you one side of this tale. Pale one, my dearest. Inside of me, another impulse tugs at my sanity. I can feel that unwavering need crawling under my skin, begging to be sated. I wish not only to have you for myself, more than anything I wish to ruin you. Knowing our inevitable final destination, why not let me be merciful and end you myself, knowing that it is out of love? Seeing you twist up and contort in pain, or letting you submit to the wiles of something primal and terrible, crushing the one good thing left in this miserable nightmare. I know that it is all temporary, so why bother with decency anymore? Nothing means anything, and shame ceases to exist. It's no more real than a fairy tale to anyone but me. My downfall is mine alone to witness. As he speaks, he grips my hand tightly. His nails dig into my skin, but not enough to draw blood. I call your bluff. You're testing me. You're trying to scare me off before you find yourself actually caring again. None of this is a bluff, dear pale one. It is all true. If you could see the fates I have put you through, recall the things I have made you feel, you would not want me anywhere near you. You would loathe me. You're holding back even now, aren't you? Otherwise you would forcefully taken my blood. Your dedication is admirable. And if it matters to you so much, show me those fates then. I want to remember. If we're the only ones who will live through this tragedy, then I want to be there for all of it. My beautiful, innocent, pale one. Why, I have yet to answer your question. In order to end this cycle of terror, I need your blood, for only yours can purify my curse. I have tried taking it forcefully, but it never works. You lose your purity. Indeed, you must offer me your blood without coercion, in faith and innocence. Then, and only then, will the curse lift and the eternal night will end. And everything will return to how it was? I am afraid I cannot answer that, as I have never gotten to that point. We will have to wait and see. However, I do not believe the damage wrought can be undone. Those whose minds have been ground to dust will likely collapse physically as well. In fact, I do not know the effects of introducing a regular flow of time to those who have been in a closed loop for so long.
Then isn't it dangerous? What about you? Or me? A vampire cannot live to face the sun, right? What kind of life would you even lead?
Would you believe me if I said I hadn't thought about it? No, you're lying. I think you just want death. This whole time I've been working towards an empty goal. I do not know what lies beyond it, but I have nothing else to try.
That's not the right way for anyone to live. There has to be some point to all of this madness. How do you even know that this is the only solution?
He told me. The one who orchestrated this ordeal. Before he left, he told me that you were the key to all of this. I didn't understand the significance of any of it at the time. In fact, I didn't even realize what had happened.
And here I thought that this was all your fault.
He laughs humorously again. But I am a villain all the same.
Aren't you playing right into his hand by following his command? Don't you want to defy the one who took everything from you?
I know that expression. It's the one I used to wear. Of course, by the time I realized the inescapable gravity of my fate, I was furious. My rage was an unquenchable flame. But time dulls all senses, and there is no direction for this feeling. I took it out on you many times, but that only made me feel worse with each passing loop. Of course, who knows how long it has been for him. Perhaps he can no longer keep track. The feeling of someone who might as well be an outsider hearing this for the first time can't begin to compare. I don't think it's right. Any of this. His acceptance of his role as some great evil is saddening. I won't have it. But what can we even begin to do? I can't possibly care about lifting this city's burden. Now that I've told you all this, it might be enough for me. It feels like some weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. You truly are skilled at keeping your promises.
It is but one of my many talents. Surely, through all this time, you must have seen them in action. For example, fearlessly going through with plans anyone else would have deemed too absurd to attempt.
Such as ending up on my doorstep without having spoken a single word to me before?
Maybe.
What on earth were your intentions?
Don't make fun of me.
How could I ever?
I came to confess my love.
Oh, he doesn't know what face to make. You don't leave me speechless too often anymore. It'll be quite the shame when I have to part from you this time.
Who says we have to?
Oh? You would grace us with even more absurd plans.
We can be tied together for all eternity. By forgetting about this tragedy and denying the mastermind the payoff he's waiting for.
I pull him towards me, and with my mouth close to his ear, I speak in a hushed voice.
I know the tales they tell. For once, we can make this red plague our blessing. Let me have your blood instead, to become what you are, and to stay here, by your side, forever.
You don't know what you are saying. You would throw everything away for me.
That is what I came to do in the first place. In fact, what do you believe I am throwing away? There's nothing here. Nothing left. Not for me, nor for you.
I've tried to take control of my destiny many times. I've kept my distance in hope it would afford you peace. I've lost hope entirely. but I suspect I've never tried submitting to your will. What do we stand to lose?
Less than we stand to gain. Oh, that's cute. Look at her little fang.
The sensation of sinking your teeth into someone's neck is a strange one. It takes a lot of determination to pierce the skin to muster the courage to follow through. I have never been one to hurt others, but I know that this pain I inflict is entirely desired, and based on his reaction, I dare say it is somewhat pleasurable. It makes me happy. I never knew how good it would feel, and the taste of his blood is nostalgic.
Ridiculous.
Will
you be mine?
Always was, dear pale one. Always was. Ending 5, embracing the night. Okay. I know there are other endings and CGs we can collect. As you can see, there's a couple more we can get, but my voice is struggling to keep up with the voices, and so I'm going to take a break and call it here. And then when my voice is a bit better, I'm going to play this again and hopefully get that last ending. Because there's a couple options we haven't done yet and I'd like to explore them. Thank you very much for watching this. I'm really sorry about how it paused midway because I accidentally hit the stop button. So I'm going to hopefully have posted these up together. You know, just one then the other. But it will take a little bit more time to get the third video out where I'm exploring the other ending, just because again my voice. But yeah, thank you very much, and until next time, dearest visitor, farewell.